Peace, 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 peace with the hair grease. Peace and welcome, Iam Nine, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Iam Nine at YouTube. And the aim is to grow as a person, as a spiritual being, and as a community. So with that being said, I would like for these subscribers to grow as it's been doing. And I appreciate you for rocking with me and growing with me. And with that being said, hit subscribe, hit like, and hit the notification so you can get the bing when I'm uploading. And feel free, as I always say, to comment, drop a comment. Come with peace, you feel what I mean? Drop a comment to let me know you here, that you feel me, that you with me, and share. And share this. So, it's no secret that I come from the hood. I come from an area there's no tap dancing allowed. You feel me? Like, and I say it's no secret because maybe you didn't know, but you can see. Oh yeah, you can see that I'm tatted up and added. So tatted and added that a lot of my stuff say 9-0. A lot of my stuff say neighborhood. A lot of my stuff say crip. Before I was even thinking about other tats to get, I was just getting the same thing in different ways. Yeah, it wasn't for show. It's to let people know what I own, what I was on. The person that that's in the facility, that's in the building. You feel me? That's what this is. Like, even when I was amongst a group of people by myself, or be amongst a group of people by myself, when the shirt come off, you feel me? You see the back. You see the back attached, you know what I'm on. So when I speak of shit about the streets, it's coming from a motherfucker that was in these motherfuckers. And I don't mean in the streets sleeping, homeless. I mean these motherfuckers running, doing what they do on the movies, in these motherfuckers, ganging. So, as I did my bid, went through my bid, got up out of that shit, not up out of this cripping, because this community revolution and progress is for life. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I'm bringing the positivity into this. So, I stepped outside of all the illegal activities of what was going on inside of the areas I was frequenting. You know, I gotta watch how I talk, as everyone should, especially on this social media. So you should be thinking before you say certain shit that could be that's being recorded, that could be used against you in any court of law or any situation. So I got to think of how I say it, so even when I'm being paraphrased, it won't be, you know what I'm saying, a danger to my freedom. So basically, this video, let me just jump into this shit. When I got into the game, it was at a young ass age. So I can't say I got into the game like, because I couldn't get a job, or because I was a convict, or I ain't know no other way. Like, I got into the game because that's what I seen. I seen my uncles in the game, my mama's cousins, the pushes up and down the block, my sister's friends, until I moved into the hood, until my peers was doing it to what I had to do. I had to sell some poison to basically be cool. Until I got to the point to where I had some cases and couldn't get no job to where now I'm selling it because I can't even get no job. I gotta pump this poison. And when I say pump that poison, that's what we doing. Whether you cooking it, you know what you putting in it, or whether you receiving it as how it is. It is what it is, and we do what we do. That's not what this is about, because I wouldn't have nobody rocking with me if I was to sit here and point fingers at everything that we out here doing, or did do, or was doing. It's just, my job is to wisen you up, to make you think about what you're doing. Before you do it, or during the time you're doing it, and after. That's what my job is, to make you think. I'm a spiritual being. I'm down here to make that mind work. You feel me? So I don't have to go through different sacrifices to be able to come up out of it, to be able to speak on it, to be able to maybe stop somebody from going through it. I've been shot up. I've been partially paralyzed. I had to go retaliate. Not made to go retaliate, had to go retaliate. You feel me? Like, I've sold drugs. And the only reason why I'm saying I sold drugs is because I've been convicted of selling drugs. You feel what I mean? Like, I don't ran. You know what I mean? I don't ran from the police. I don't fought the police. I done did, like, all this shit that comes with this shit. So, as I'm seeing how the game is getting, it's getting to a point to where people forgetting what they're getting into the game for, so they get into the game for the wrong reason and be stuck in the game. In the game that we don't really know nothing about. We think we know something about, but the rules was written way before we entered the game, and the rules weren't written by the people that was in the game or the participants. Man, we think the game has been written by the OGs, the original pimps and players. Nah, they just had to, they just follow shit out. You feel what I'm saying? The game was already written way back, you know, J. Edgar Hoover type shit. You know, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton. You know, that's from the 3 strikes, Bill Clinton, which that could be 3 felonies, breaking and entering 3 times. You got a life sentence. That's Bill Clinton. Go ahead and get him out of there. You feel what I mean? Drug addicts. You done got caught with 320 stones. You out of there. You somewhere in some California prison, life sentence, because you didn't have no other options of helping quit the drug. You just got a case. Then you got another case, and you got another case. And then if you got out today without any help, you might have will get another case because you habitual. It's a problem. It's not just your behavior. It's something that you got going on that's wrong, that you need help, and they know it. But they let you fuck yourself up and send you up the river. Richard Nixon, he started it. The war on drugs and things of that nature, and Ronald Reagan pushed it through. All these drugs was aimed to the urban community, the lower bottoms, the places that we were at, because that's where the baking soda was with the cocaine was landed at. You feel me? And the baking soda is what dilutes the cocaine. The baking soda doesn't make the cocaine pure. The baking soda makes the cocaine weak, where it's not pure and you think you would get less time, so you actually getting all the time for the baking soda, which they're giving you more of. They're giving you more time for having baking soda. Why? Because the people in the hood is doing the cutting. The ones that's getting caught in the suburbs and the offices and the other communities that's getting caught with the powder without the baking soda, they getting probation in the smallest amount of times because it was set up like that. It was set up for us to take the fall. It was set up to be for it to be harder to get a job. It was set up in the movies for us to watch the hustler, either want to be like the hustler or rob the hustler. And look at while the other people bring the drugs in the community and wait for us to sell it, and come in the community and take the drugs out with you, the police. You know what I'm saying? Show videos of them imaginary fake turkey dope being burnt and destroyed as the real dope that's been taken out of the spot, been put back into the community as the money been taken from the spot, from the drug dealers, and it's been so-called put up for evidence. That's been exchanged with fake money or exchanged with money. All they gotta do is take pictures. The money don't even gotta be there. The drugs ain't gotta be there. It's back circulated upwards. The money going to the bankers and to the Rockefellers and to the Rothschilds, to the upper. The dope goes back into the community, and we wait for a certain amount of time for these drugs. It might be 5 years, it might be 10. They're patient. Wait for a certain amount of time for these drug dealers to rake up as much money as they possibly can before they come and get it. Taking the drug dealers out the street and bringing the money in. More money, more problems. The more it's coming, the more you want. The more you keeping up with the Joneses. The more you spending. The more you ain't appreciating it, so you steady in the game. 1 year turns to another. You haven't even left the game. You might be elevating, but you really ain't. You stuck at the same spot because you spending, you're not circulating, and you know you can get it back, or you trust that you can get it back, so you ain't tripping. The whole time you being watched by the Jakes, the jealous people, the envy people, by the homies, everybody. And you're doing it for a small amount of time before your ship goes down sinking. It wasn't too long ago, maybe a week ago, I got a message from one of my brothers, a life sentence. He was in and out until they got tired of him, until he made a mistake that he couldn't, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't erase, and he's gone. And what he tell me, live my life out here. He had a chance is what he told me. I don't give a fuck how many chances he got. Man, give that man another chance, but he already came into peace where he got going. He told me to live my life out here and tell people about the consequences that they're getting into. On top of me talking to my other partners that's up the river, in the feds, in the state. Like the ones that I looked up to, maybe didn't even have near the amount of money as these brothers have, but was rubbing the shoulders the same way, in the same spots we together, because the money didn't make us brothers, the loyalty made us brothers. But out of all the houses, the money, the cars, the jewelry, the clothes, all the years of getting away, they came and got my brothers. They didn't catch them with anything but word of mouth. And word of mouth, and the ones that they did catch with what they did catch them with was taken. They even let you make bond for a couple days and snatch you back to get the rest of the money. We got to know it's a lose-lose situation. And then when you do get close to that door and you got a chance to get out, man, get your ass out, man. Don't let me out. Get out and don't look back. Change up your game plan. It's not too late. It's not too late to change up your game plan and righting your wrongs. Get your ass back into that community and right your wrongs. You feel what I mean? Go uplift somebody. Go take care of some people. Get back out there, but it ain't too late. You ain't a bad motherfucker because you didn't know what you was doing. You didn't know what you was getting into. Because you were a product of your environment, it makes you a bad motherfucker to know it and still do it. And then, one thing you can't cheat, you can even cheat death. Let's say you can't cheat death. Motherfuckers be cheating death, but you can't cheat karma. Even in the next lifetime, it will follow you or hunt your seeds. So you want to start doing shit to right your wrongs. You feel what I mean? And good outweigh the bad. You feel what I mean? And that's just simple and plain. The good outweigh the bad. It doesn't take as much good to erase the baddest you done did, but you do got to start getting busy. Because while you in the spot, while you in the trap, while you on the block, while you doing what you doing, they plotting on you. They waiting to get you, and when they do get you, it's going to be a wrap. Even the shooters. If you ain't on no shooting shit and getting away with it, and know you getting away with it, which I don't see you getting away with it, because I don't see nobody even shooting by themselves. It's a whole gang with you shooting. You don't have to tell the internet. You done took pictures with the gun. You feel what I mean? You ain't even wiped the shells. It's done been all kind of shit you done did. You done put your girl in your business. She done put somebody else in your business. Your homie. All this shit that leads you to jail for not fighting. Now you finna be fighting all the motherfucking time until you get killed or until you die. When you could have just walked away. You could have moved around. You could have got away from this shit. But more important than any, the real ops, the boys in blue, it's the motherfuckers who's getting the last laugh, who's been getting it since they was the motherfucking slave patrol. If you didn't know, you better do your research. Yes, the police come from being the slave patrol before the first motherfucking police department was formed in Boston, which still was was motherfuckers on some fucking with the sharecroppers and shit. You feel what I mean? Like, the object is to come for us any means necessary. And now they done took it into the trap. Think about it, the trap. All the names we ever called the dope house, the drug house, the trap. When you in the trap, you ain't coming out that motherfucker until you either die in the trap or until the motherfucking hunter come get your motherfucking ass. Help ain't coming to get you out no motherfucking trap. So we in the trap or we in the spot. And when something's spotted, motherfuckers know where it's at. Like, and all it is a patient waiting time. They let a motherfucker get in crumbs because that's what it is to them. And once the crumbs accumulate enough food on the plate, they come and snatching that motherfucker, even if it takes your life. Even if you gotta die. They killing us. They killing us. The agenda to kill us, and we letting them. And we ain't doing nothing about it. They got uniforms on, so we don't give a fuck. Or we do give a fuck, but the hands is up. We don't want to be the next one to do it. And it ain't even being filmed. Excuse me. And being filmed ain't new. It's just new from being on a camera, being on a phone. If they weren't doing it like cops and the shit that you did catch on camera when Rodney King and other motherfuckers that was getting handled when it was filmed for a reason. To set fear into these motherfuckers. When you do see them, you freezing the fuck up instead of defending yourself. And if you in that trap, and if you in that spot, and if you on that block, and if you on that camera, man, you gotta know sometime, anytime, your time is coming. And that somebody's done been there and done that. I don't want to see that for you. I don't want to see that for anyone, especially if they black. And if they black, from where I'm from, everybody is against us. You got the blacks against the blacks. You got the whites against the whites. You got the essays. You got the Native Americans against the blacks. And you got the police against the blacks. And you got us against each other. You feel what I mean? So, like, wake up and realize where you headed to. And if you got time to do a 180, do a 180 because they killing us off in the trap. Like literally, they throwing bombs and shit in the trap. Like this video I'm finna show y'all after, when this is over, they knocked on the door, police. Didn't even wait for too long before they threw a smoke bomb in there and let off 72 shots, killing the people in the house, and the people in the house weren't the ones the warrant was for to come get. Nor did they have any guns or anything. This is the stuff that we're not getting. This is stuff that we're not seeing. And this is the stuff that we're not registered. It could be you in that trap house. It could be you in that spot. Ain't that amount of paper worth you losing yours prematurely. And we're going to get into the video. And with that being said, man, I hope something that I said can touch you. To make you do something with what you're doing and get up out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to leave broke, you better get to putting up. But I'm going to leave y'all, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Subscribe to me.
From 2010 to 2016. In order to preserve potential evidence, officers lean on the element of surprise. As police broke down his door in 2010, Todd Blair emerged from his bedroom with a golf club.
Police! Police! Get on the ground!
He was shot to death 5 seconds after the first ram at his front door. The real target, a former roommate, had moved out. Police found a small amount of drugs in the home. 4 in 10 American adults have a gun in their home. Suspects, sometimes woken in the middle of the night, reach for weapons and then are shot to death. Other times, they kill or wound police. Sheriff's deputies executed a search warrant for marijuana at the home of Jose Guerreña. His wife woke him when she saw shadowy figures in the yard. He grabbed his rifle.
Police search warrant, open the door! Breach.
The deputies shot 71 times in 7 seconds, hitting him more than 20 times. He never fired, and no drugs were found. Dynamic entry raids often begin with unreliable informants and cursory investigations. In 2012, police barged into the home of 68-year-old Louise Milan. Her unsecured wireless network had been the source of threatening posts against police. The FBI later arrested a suspected local gang leader who had connected to her network from nearby. Decisions by the Supreme Court have eroded protections against unreasonable searches over the last 25 years. As recreational drug laws become more lenient in some states, some police executives wonder if the raids are worth the risk.